We just saw Star Trek Into Darkness, and it was pretty good. Pretty good. But I'm going to let everyone else talk, and then I'll tell you the real review.
All right. Me or okay. All right. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was better than the first of the J.J. Abrams Star Trek in 2009. I thought it was really, really good. I thought Chris Pine was fantastic as he was in the last film. Really is making the role of Captain Kirk his own. Zachary Quinto just doing a pitch-perfect Leonard Nimoy impression. He is so good at playing Spock. And Alice Eve is very good in it, playing a kind of a crucial role. I really can't talk too much about what I absolutely loved about the movie. I'm just going to say, because it's spoilers, there's a lot of twists and turns in this. It's really great, and it does a really nice homage to some Star Trek films of the past. I'll say it that way. And I think JJ really is getting what makes Star Trek Star Trek. And as a Star Trek fan, and I've seen every Star Trek movie there's ever made. It's still not the best. That's still Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan, but it is still it's really, really well done, and I really feel like he's catching his stride. I really can't wait to see Star Wars now. So, out of 100, I would have to say I would give this movie a 93. I thought it was really, really well done with almost no bad moments. It's really easy to follow. I think he's less in love with the shaky cam that he was.
Wait till I tell my piece, but
fair enough. That's my thoughts on it.
A lot of love from Jack on that. A lot of love.
All right. Well, I guess I'm rolling with
new to the cast.
Looking for the chronic movie reviewers here. I got to tell you, it is an awesome movie. For a Star Trek fan, you must see this movie. It's great.
100%.
The twist on the movie and how it rates back to the original movies is epic. So I got to say, this is a great movie. Got to see it. And I give it an 87.
87.
87.
Very nice.
Wow.
Review.
All right.
Very
good.
positive.
All right. So
Everybody gets to be a cameraman.
the real. Right, here's the real thing about this thing. All right, so I thought the pacing was slightly off in the beginning of the movie. I thought JJ like crammed so much dialogue into the beginning part of this movie. I'm like, and then there was like cliched little arguments and upsets between the characters that to me seemed unnecessary, and it felt like it was
very character-driven and human.
Yeah, but I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
You don't like developing the characters?
No, see, and when you do it well, yes. So I didn't like that.
Fair enough.
Second part, some of the action sequences went a little long, right? Heavy-handed foreshadowing, obviously. I didn't like certain scenes just seemed to drag for me, right? What else do I want to say? Lens flares all over this thing. I mean, I know it's his like thing.
It's his trademark.
But it's his trademark. You didn't notice
I'm sorry.
Every single scene had lens flares. Like
it is his
whoa,
trademark.
Whoa. And so
Expect Star Wars Episode 7 to have a lot of lens flares.
here's what I really liked. Chris Pine as Kirk was great.
Fantastic.
And Cumberbatch. I know I'm like late to the show on this guy, but he's fantastic. I'd love to see him in whatever he's gonna do because he's like
I've
really
heard he's great on Sherlock.
He
I've never
plays
seen it,
the
yeah.
villain. I'm not gonna say who the villain is because you can figure
Because
that
that's
out.
a spoiler. Yeah,
That's a
they
spoiler.
have kept it pretty concealed.
So-
He is the villain, but yeah.
But all that being said, I'm gonna give it an 85. Now, I give it an 85 simply because the spectacle is good, the story's actually good, the twists they're pretty good. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Abrams isn't my guy. I mean, I was worried at the first half of this, the first third of this movie. I was starting to get worried about Star Wars because he's directing Star Wars.
Episode 7. Star Wars
So
Episode
I'm
7.
like, all right, but it came together. So there was some cool action in it. There's one scene where Cumberbatch is getting chased by Quinto, Zachary Spock or whatever, getting chased.
Spock is being
Yeah,
attacked by.
yeah. Don't say who. So
Yeah.
and I'm watching them and I'm thinking, look at these slow white dudes running. Like any person I know would hawk these dudes down, and these dudes are like, and like I'm thinking, dude, I'll catch them cats in 2 seconds, man. And so, but it was still cool. It was cool, you know. And the visuals were incredible. some of the anyway. I don't want to get. I feel like I'll spoil anything if I keep talking. So 85 for me. 87. What'd you give it?
93.
All right.
93, man, and a
So-
strong 93. I could go 95, but
Now
I'll stay
look.
93.
What that means for you is if you saw the preview and said, I want to see that, that means everyone said, here, go see it, right? Spend the money. And we saw it
Absolute
IMAX
must.
3D, so it was $20. I'm happy I spent it. And so, comment on what I have to say. You don't agree with me? Tell me. Like the video or dislike the video and subscribe.
Like the video. Subscribe.
Like the video. Well, if you don't like what I have to say, dislike it. But comment. All right. Pieces.